Hello guys, welcome back to the Rhea podcast. I'm with my best pal in my life, the love of my life, you know. This is actually the first time Lloyd's. Why are you playing with the wires?
Not been on tucking it in. Oh my gosh. Go on.
This is the first time Lloyd's ever been on the podcast.
No, I was on the podcast before.
You've never been on my podcast?
I have.
When?
I'm sure I was on the podcast before.
No, you've never been on the podcast.
Was, honestly, your first episode.
What did you speak about on the podcast?
I'll show you. Look.
Oh my god, we should have done. Okay, Lloyd, we're gonna have to cut this out.
Why? It's fine. Keep it in there.
No, because you should have checked this before.
What? It's here.
Where? Where are you on the podcast? You've never been on the podcast.
So episode 1 was there.
You've never been on the podcast.
Are you sure?
I would remember.
I'm sure I filmed something with you.
No, that was for YouTube, not for my podcast.
Alright, whatever. So what's this then?
That's me.
That's episode 1. That can't be episode 2.
They're all on there, Lloyd. Where are you?
Alright, whatever.
Anyways, this is the first time that Lloyd's been on the podcast, yeah? So everybody welcome him.
Hi.
Crowd rules. How are you today, Lloyd? Can you... Right, Lloyd,
just
there are
if-
rules on this
Look,
podcast.
the names that's come up. I'm just checking to see if I was actually.
You've never been on the podcast.
I'm sure, but yeah.
What was we talking about on the podcast then?
I think when I was on there, I was talking about creativity and.
No, you've never been on it.
Honestly, I was. But yeah, it is what it is.
Where's the episode then?
I don't know. I can't find it.
Okay, you're the one who edits it, so surely...
I'll find it.
Right, cool. So, hi guys, welcome back to the Real podcast. Thank you so much for all the love that you showed me on the last. Lloyd, if you don't stay,
I'm just checking.
no, but you're moving. You do.
I'm checking the sound. I'm making sure everything's fine. Normally, I'm behind the camera.
Yeah, but I don't do this. I don't when I do podcasts. I don't fidget.
Cool.
Fidget.
We'll go over what's there, and that's fine. Let's go.
How many times are we gonna start this?
Huh?
Working with me is crazy.
I said working with your wife is crazy.
Anyways, right. Welcome, Lloyd, to the podcast. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling alright. I'm feeling good. Bit tired. I feel like the mornings are very slow.
Yes.
As the day goes on, it picks up. It's nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It must be nice to have a slow morning. Anyway, so
We live together.
we wanted I wanted Lloyd to come on the podcast, right? Because I feel like we haven't had like a proper chat. Like
we've had a proper chat, but I mean, obviously,
not on the podcast. And also our last chat was when we just had our first son.
yeah.
We haven't had a chat since having the second kid, the maniac. So I feel like we need to have a chat. I feel like people need there's questions that people ask me when I like do questions and stuff. I mean, no one sent me any this time, but you know, people are probably sleeping, working, you know. And like people always want to know like how long we've been together and just our relationship and our outlook on certain things like parenthood, life, and stuff like that. So it's nice to have you on here.
Yeah, thank you.
It feels nice. People always comment on my YouTube saying that that Lloyd just doesn't seem like he's interested.
No, I'm interested, but it's like when I'm doing stuff for you, I feel like I want to do it the best as I can and give you like a nice look or whatever I can do. So I'm trying to make sure everything's fine. I'm trying to make sure.
No, it's not that. It's your persona. Like when people don't know you, you're
check me on wrestling.
He's very like to himself, very quiet, and he makes it out like he's not crazy, but he's crazier than me.
Check me on wrestling to see how I'm actually in it. So yeah.
That's different. That's in a different setting with the boys. That's different. But I'm saying like when it's me and you, people are like, oh, Rhea really loves him. And I'm like, I swear he loves me too. I swear. Even when we take pictures, like Lloyd's face like this. Like he doesn't want to be there. And I have to say, Lloyd actually is happy to be here. Just don't look at his face. In his heart, he's happy to be here, aren't you, love? Anyway, so we have 2 kids. We have 2 boys.
2 kids they're not even under 2 anymore.
Under 4.
Under 4 now.
Yeah. We've got a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old.
Yeah. One of them, but if each of them remind me of one of us.
Yeah, yeah.
So the youngest one's basically he's got my face.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where that behavior's come from. All of a sudden.
He's crazy.
He's not crazy.
He's crazy.
He's
we can
inquisitive.
say
He's
no.
inquisitive.
He's not inquisitive.
He's inquisitive. I'll tell you why he's inquisitive, because it's like I'll bring something to the house. For example, today my mic flag that I use for wrestling is literally on my desk. Tell me why when we got to the car and I'm folding up the pram, it falls out the pram. He's inquisitive. He wants to know what it does.
Yeah. He is inquisitive.
The PS5's open. He wants to go press it, see how it works. Camera's there. wants to touch the camera.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, and your laptop and everything.
Is that me? So I was inquisitive as well.
I think it's funny how Lloyd's making it out like he's just inquisitive. But if you hear Lloyd like calling this guy's name throughout the day,
Well, do you know what is this?
and he'll be like, "Come on, man, come on!"
What is this that
Every
as
second.
time's going on, I'm trying to like practice more patience. So,
Yeah, yeah.
like
You've
even
got good
yesterday
patience.
when I came up from work and he was trying to grab my lights, grab this. I was like, "Come here, sit down." I was like, "What's the matter?
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
Yeah.
Why do you want to see it?"
Yeah.
And he's just there sulking. I'm like, "Okay, cool, take it then."
Yeah.
So I let him hold it whilst I'm monitoring him and stuff. So I want to make sure like he breaks it. So yeah.
I hear you. Because parenthood is
It's hard.
a struggle, you know. He's gonna say a struggle.
I'll say it's hard because I don't want to, like, one thing is this, I don't want to be that
Has parenthood been hard for you?
What do you mean hard? As in hard what?
Like hard work? Has it been a struggle? What's it been like being
I think
a dad?
it's more of not hard, but I say it's more of like a struggle where it's like the normal days were back in the day where Lloyd will stay up until like 5 a.m.
Why are you referring to yourself in third person? But okay.
Like I'm just, you know how it works. So my working schedule is now like very different now. Like I used to stay up late and edit and try and get videos out on time and stuff. So that's different now. I can't do that no more because obviously you've got kids and that.
Mm-hmm.
But even down to just like always hearing them out. I've got like I'm not always looking after myself. I've got to look after 2 other kids as well. Look after you as well.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's a whole new thing, and it's not even like kids per se. It's more of like being in a family now. So like having just being that whole family unit. Like we're doing this all we're doing this all together.
Yeah,
and that's always gonna be like that until we leave this planet. So yeah, but yeah.
How is it having 2 boys?
It's good for me. I think it's good.
Why is it good?
Because actually it's just fun. Like I think girl or boy, whatever it is, it's always fun. It's always gonna be fun because you see the way they grow up.
Yeah,
they start liking stuff that you like. For example, nowadays when I'm watching wrestling, the youngest one will come and sit next to me and watch it with me. If I'm watching football, the youngest one will come watch it with me and he'll start saying, "Oh, there's uncle on TV," but uncle's not on TV yet.
Yeah.
He'll be there soon, but it's like he's always like invested in what I'm trying to do in it.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's trying to get to editing and filming and stuff, but that one he's not ready for yet. But when he does, I think he'll take over Hollywood. So.
Oh, bless.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. So yeah, that. I mean, I feel like I always say to Lloyd that being a mom and being a dad is 2 completely different things.
It is.
And no, but at first Lloyd didn't understand what I was trying to say. Don't frown. Don't frown. I used to be like, you being a dad and me being a mum is 2 completely different roles.
Why?
Right? Because we've had this conversation. But because I feel like with me, there's a lot on me. Right? The mental load that I have to have, the emotional load that I have is a lot compared to you as a dad. Right? Because I'm thinking about, my mind doesn't stop. I'm thinking about dinner. I'm thinking about all these things. Like I'm thinking about our oldest going to school. Is he okay at nursery? Does he have enough clothes for nursery? It just doesn't stop. And I don't feel like dads have that mental load.
I mean, we do, but obviously, when you
when you wake up in the morning, or let's say on a Sunday, are you thinking, gosh, I've got to set out all the clothes for the week for the boys? No.
I'll tell you what I'm thinking.
Are you thinking, oh my gosh, we don't have nappies?
Yeah, that one I think about a lot. You know me, so okay, if that's the case,
that one I think about a lot.
Yeah, because even down to like, for example, the nappy bin as well. I'm always the one that's like saying, okay, cool, we need to throw this away.
Yeah.
Or is there no nappies? There's no nappies here. Even the type of nappy that we kind of get, that's like, I hate using this one.
Yeah. So I bought pull-ups. And Lloyd just has not been happy. Every time he changes our youngest nappy, he's like, oh, I hate these, man. Because
the thing of pull-ups is that at the beginning it was nice because obviously the kids are young and you can just slip them off and just cut them up and just throw them in the bin. But because they're getting older now and if they take a dump, you're going to have to like pull them up. And sometimes the poo is literally embedded on their thighs as well now because of the pull-ups. So I'd rather have the normal traditional one where the normal diaper. Yeah. Where you stick. Yeah. Pull out. Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah.
What's funny?
You just make me laugh. Like your preference. You're a dad. You're a dad. Yeah. because of that, you're a dad. So yeah, so it's different. And like I always say to Lloyd that like me going out and stuff comes with so much thought. Like if I need to go out and meet my friends, right? Friends, you know, with an S, lol, friend. I have to think about like, is Lloyd gonna be home from a shoot? Childcare, like what time am I gonna go? Did all these things. Whereas when you've got like podcasts or whatever, you're just like, I'm off.
No, not really.
Lloyd,
podcasts, so
if Lloyd needs to, if one of your friends had a birthday or something, yeah, you would be like, God, what am I gonna wear? That would be your first thought, right?
No.
Lloyd, what would be your first thought?
My first thought would be,
if your friend came to you in the group chat today and said, "Oh, we're going out to dinner on Saturday," what would be your first thought?
My first thought would be this, babe. So and so is having this.
Yeah.
Is it okay if I go to this?
Yeah. You
time?
do. Yeah, cool. You do that.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
It starts at 9. The kids go bed at 7.
Yeah,
I can go. It's never been a thing where it's like, cool, 6 o'clock, or 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, or someone's having this. I'm off. I'm not like that.
I know you're not.
Do that. Don't pay me out like that.
Oh Lloyd, I don't mean it like that. I just meant like
podcast.
There's a different. No. There's a different. No. And you're gonna say what I will add to what you're gonna say because I already know what you're gonna say. Yeah. With podcasts, you used to go podcasts at 6, 7, whatever it was.
No, even worse.
You've changed it now to 8 to 10, and I respect that, and I appreciate that, and I've said that to you. Yeah. However, what I'm trying to say to you is, if there's something that's planned, yeah, your friend's birthday, whatever, and they were like, "Oh, we'll go and go karting at 4 o'clock or whatever."
I've never done it, but
right? Okay, but if they did say that, yeah, you would come to me and say, like, Rhea, can I go? Are you going to be home? Or what are your plans for tomorrow? X, Y, Z. You always say that, and I respect that. Yeah, but I'm saying to you, there's a bit more freedom when you're a dad.
Not really, because if you were to come up to me and say, "Oh,"
no, I'm not saying that I can't. I'm not saying that I can't go because I know I can go.
Yeah, what's the
like
issue?
There's no issue. We're having a. I'm not coming for you, Lloyd. I'm just having a conversation with you.
What's the situation?
I'm just saying that, like, when something's been put in your lap, a motive or something, yeah, I feel like you, as a dad, you don't have to think about childcare.
I do.
And
always. You know how... Look, I don't know, maybe it's other dads. Me, personally, if I'm going to go out, I always think, is it okay if I leave at this time because the kids are at home or the kids are awake?
Yeah.
Or is it okay if the kids are not home, if you're not home, if you're busy or something, whatever, then we'll obviously ask my mom, cousins, family, friends, whatever, to come visit them, to look after them.
Yeah.
But even this, cool. I have not been in the office for how long? For nearly 2 years. I've been working from home. I've not once said to you until, like, you know, I've not once said to you, "Oh, I'm going to go office today. F the kids." I've never said that to you. I've always said, "Is that right if I go office today?"
Yes,
it's kind of tight because I've got these. I was like, "Cool, let me work from home. I've got a computer here, laptop here. I can work anywhere in the house."
Yeah.
I have to film something.
I know that. I'm not trying to come for you and say that when you have plans, you just leave me in the dirt. I'm not saying that. Okay. I'm just saying I'm not saying you as a dad. Okay. I'm saying as a dad. Saying as a dad, there's less of a mental load.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Let's move on, because I'm not looking to. No, but because I don't want to fight you, babe. I love you with all my heart,
man. Don't do that.
I love you with all my heart, and I just want you to.
We're good.
I want you to smile.
Okay.
Your hair's flat.
Thank you.
So, how do you think our relationship has changed since having kids?
This is like Jerry Springer. I'm playing.
No, these are some of the questions that people have asked me.
Show me.
My phone's dead.
It's changed a lot. I think it's changed in terms of it's not just about us anymore. So simple things like just going on holiday, we got to consider, cool, we're going to like Disneyland Paris for the week, or Disneyland Paris for a couple of days or whatever, or even Florida or whatever.
Yeah,
we got to think about, cool, do we pack a baby what do you call it, a baby cot, mini cot?
Yeah.
Do we pack a stroller? Do we pack extra milk? Do we pack this? Do we pack that? Pack baby food. So there's a lot to it, and even down to like having personal time for ourselves. We always say, when the kids go to bed, we have a debrief. Yeah. We debrief the day.
Yeah, we should talk about that actually.
And talk about how things went, what's happening in our lives. Because obviously we don't have time to catch up. Yeah. When I'm working, we're both working, the youngest one or the oldest one will probably be like washing something or even coming out to us or even sitting on our lap whilst we work. So it's kind of like a multitask situation all the time. So it's just a case of us just like, you know, we're adults now, innit? So we gotta, it's just, we're just adults now. We're not teens no more. Like, are just in love. We're adults in love, but we have to work and make things good for our family, innit? I have to work, so to provide, innit? So
so like every night, like Lloyd said, we have a debrief, and it's so important that we have that time. We put the kids to bed, we go in the bedroom, and we're like, how are you? How's your day been? And I'll just probably vent for 24 hours, won't I, Lloyd? About my about my day. And then I'll go off on a tangent, might cry, you know, and then I'm like, let's go and have dinner, you know? But it's so important to have a debrief because we, like Lloyd said, we need that time to check in with one another. And what happens is that you just start to just talk about the kids all the time.
I mean, obviously, let's be honest with ourselves. There's some times where we have a debrief and we're just on TikTok.
Yeah, of course.
And we're just sending each other stuff and we're right next to each other. We're like, oh, cool, let's watch this or whatever.
Yeah.
Because there was even one day we had a debrief and we ended up watching a whole series, a whole like 2 seasons of a series, The Servant, and we're just hooked. So
yeah, we haven't even finished that.
Just a case of, it doesn't always have to be chat. It just can be spending time with each other. Because, you know, time is valuable, isn't it? You know what I mean? So having that nice time when the kids go to bed, just to focus on each other and talk to each other, it's very important for me.
And me too. And like I really experienced how important that was when Lloyd went to LA. Like, wow. The house was just so airy, so quiet. And I said to Lloyd that it really made me deep how much I love him. Because like what happens is sometimes when someone's around all the time,
absence makes the heart go fonder.
It does. But because he's home and I'm working from home, usually if I've got to go to the office, whatever, we are usually like entwined with each other, you know, like it's only a couple of nights that we might not have a debrief or whatever. So to have 5 whole nights of like not being able to like check in with Lloyd and stuff like that, and even just get a hug. Like sometimes I just need a hug, you know?
Yeah.
And it was just really like, wow, like this is really weird. Like I'd put the kids to bed and then I'd not even want to eat. I just want to go to bed because I'm just tired. And it's just like, what's left for the day if Lloyd's not here? Do you know what I mean? So, so I think it's really important to check in with each other. And I think it's also important to spend time together and do the things that you always used to do together. So like we make sure that we go on date nights where we can. On Sundays, like, you know, if the kids go to my mum's, we will go for brunch or we'll just come home and clean together. Do you know what I mean? Just making sure that it's together that we're doing it. And I just think it's really made our relationship stronger.
Yeah.
And like when we go to brunch, I say to Lloyd, no phones. We say no phone. We say no phones. And we just look into each other's eyes and eat and just have that moment to slurp up.
That is nice.
Yeah.
That is nice. But we have to be honest with ourselves. Just be honest with the
say,
viewers and the listenership and whatever.
Yeah.
When we do go out, it's like, I'm sure we have to be on our phones. We're human beings. Like we're
but I'm saying like if you're messaging in your group chats and stuff like that, that's different about work or whatever, and just catching up with that. Cool. But if I'm hearing and you're on Twitter, then there's no need.
But that's also working as well.
No, it's not.
It is.
Okay. Lloyd.
It is working.
Because then you'll start giggling about something and be like, oh, Derek is so silly. That's not work.
Derek, you hear that?
It's not work. Anyway, so so it's really nice. It's really nice. And I just can't believe that we are here. Like sometimes I think, like someone asked us, Elise actually said, how long?
What questions?
Yeah, this was a question.
Let's see.
There's only a couple. There's no point. Elise said, when did we meet?
When did we meet?
Yeah.
We met, it's like 11 years. Is it not? How many years?
11 years.
It can't be 11 years.
Why can't it be? It's been 11 years.
2000.
How old are we now? We are 30.
13 years ago. 2000, I don't know, is that good math?
20?
No, it can't be 20 years ago. When did we finish? We met in 2010.
We met when we were
My maths
16.
is poor.
We met when we were 16.
Yeah. So that's almost.
I'm terrible at maths.
Same.
14 years. 14 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, 14
so,
years ago. We
went
met 14 years ago.
in the lovely college, college that kind of changed my life, I'll say.
It wasn't lovely. But
For me, it was.
Anyway, because Lloyd's from East, so when he came to West, it was like, oh wow.
It was nice.
When you're from West, it's like, this is not fun. Get me out of here.
I feel like at the time East was going through a big transitional period where it's like a lot of postcode wars and gang stuff. So it was good me coming away from that. But even when I did come to West, they had it here, but because no one knew who we are and stuff, like they're not going to obviously target people that they don't know.
Yeah.
So
talking of that, how do you feel like raising 2 black boys in London?
Where
because that's something that makes me I get like I don't say this to you, but
honestly,
I get really anxious when I think about it, because you know on TikTok when you see like all these kids getting arrested and they've got freaking machetes in their pants and stuff like that, it makes me so nervous.
I think even girls or even boys or girls, like for me.
No, but more black boys, babe.
Black boys and black girls. Like,
because you have to remember when we're talking about this, when we were talking about this before, there were certain things that you would tell me and I would be shocked and I'd be like, wow, is that actually what happens? Because I'm a girl. It's different.
But then again, it's like
don't get me wrong, there are girls that are affiliated in that life.
I'm not talking about gang. I'm talking about in terms of where like
wrong place, wrong time.
No, not wrong place, wrong time. Like cool. There's that whole way women get treated from young kind of brings like a trauma when they get older. Yeah. So even down to like, I think I saw one video. I think it was I forgot the lady's name.
My leg.
She said that she was on a bus one day and after some guy came up to her, goes, you're ugly or something like that.
Yeah. Candy spray for it.
Yeah, and that kind of that stuff like that is kind of daunting, because it's like I wouldn't want my daughter to come up to me one day and say, "Oh, someone called me ugly on the bus."
Yeah.
That's stress, man.
Yeah.
So, either way, but yeah, in terms of like the whole postcode thing and gang war stuff, things are changing like gradually. I feel like, I don't know, but from the outside looking in, I've seen my friends, my little brother's friends and stuff. I feel like they're more going out on that whole like fashion drippy route. But then again, who knows? Things could change. People could be using dumb stuff when they're getting older and stuff. But my thing is this: my mum raised 5 boys in one of the most like dangerous areas in East London, one of, and we all, obviously my mum's prayers and my mum's guidance and protection and home training and stuff, we managed to, you know, live a good life. All of us all older, trying to achieve and do stuff in it. Yeah. So I think I'm just speaking to this, it's just having good role models around, and I feel like the kids have that. Yeah. So they do. Me, my older brother, my youngest brothers, your sisters, your mom, your dad, they're all good role models for these boys, so they can look at that and be like, cool, okay, cool, Uncle Gideon's a football player, I want to be a football player. Oh, okay, cool, Uncle Joe's a boxer, I want to be a boxer. Oh, dad's a film director, I want to be a director. My brother's a managing director, you want to be a man. It's there, you know what I mean? It's that thing there. Or auntie's a model, I want to be a model. Yeah. Or even you, like, you're a great role model for the kids as well. Like, cool, oh, mum wants to be a content creator. Who would have thought in this day and age that we were allowed to be content creators? When I was young, my mum wanted me to be a politician or a doctor or something. So even that's even a good ambition as well. If these kids one day turn around to me and said, "Oh, cool, Daddy, you know I love cars from young. I know you know I love planes from young. I'll be a pilot. I want to be a thing. Yeah, I'm gonna do what it takes. I want to pop invest in." That's what we done in my youngest brothers. Like Gideon. Like when we found out he loved football because he used to always watch me play FIFA. I fully invested in that from young, and we took me and Wale took him to football training for the first time. Yeah, we saw that he had the gift, and bam, look where he is now. So it's just a case of having good role models around them, as well as good guidance as well, and good advice. Yeah, obviously, if it does happen, there's been situations where you probably will like delve in it a bit, but then again, they would know that, okay, cool, what I'm doing is wrong. Not right. I shouldn't be here. Yeah. Like, you have that spider sense. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, I shouldn't be here. Yeah. I'm gonna dip out. Yeah. And that's what I feel like I always had. There's been many situations where I felt like things were gonna happen and I've walked away and the thing did happen. Yeah. So it's just it's crazy, man. Just having good role models, I say. Yeah. Do you feel nervous though? No. You don't feel nervous about the boys growing up in London? No. Like I said, role models, having good role models. I know, but there's obviously people that's gonna always try stuff, but then again, what do they like? You know, things will change. You know, I believe things will change. I believe things are gradually changing.
Yeah, and I also think it's making sure that your children aren't bored.
Yeah, that's enough things. That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Because obviously, remember we were talking about how they've closed so many youth centers and all these things, right? I feel like if your child gets to an age where they're in a sport or in an activity or something that can keep them, you know what I mean, off the streets and stuff like that, and like the streets don't look interesting to them because they're focused on something.
Yeah.
I think that's also important. So yeah, I mean, it's a different outlook because I'm a mum and those are my baby boys. Do you know what I mean? And I don't want anything to, you know, harm them or anything. Like even picturing them going to school on their own, I will vomit. I want to take them until they're in secondary school to school.
I mean, you can. My
want to.
My mum and dad used to.
Because I no.
My mum and dad used to.
Yeah.
I remember they dropped me to school certain mornings. Obviously, if they started late at work, they drop me to school certain mornings or pick me up from school sometimes.
Yeah.
And it was always nice, you know. Whole thing.
Yeah.
But then again, I would say this. I feel like the kids need to have.
The boy is awake.
No, let's continue going.
Lloyd.
I feel like the kids need to have. I'm playing, but the kids need to have their own sort of experience as well. Something they can, you know, look at and be like, "Rah, we've actually come far."
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Yeah. Let's not rush this. What other questions are there?
Lloyd's actually hilarious. Let me just check that the kid's all right. Do you know what I mean? Oh man, he's crying.
What are we gonna do then?
He's still lying down though.
Yeah. Oh, it's just. Come on, let's just do it quickly.
No, he's waking up.
A few more questions. Any more questions? Okay.
Can you hear that? That's deep.
Check your phone. Check your phone.
No, Lloyd. There's no other questions. Like someone said, like, oh, you're doing great. You're doing great. Why are you so funny? Even though I asked for questions, I appreciate it, guys. But like, can you actually just follow the assignment? Do you two prioritize the marriage over parenthood? I hear about this approach a lot.
I feel like as parents and as husband and wife, they go hand in hand. Just like I said, time and communication.
Yeah, Lloyd's really good at communicating.
Time and communication is what's important.
He teaches me how to do better because Lloyd knows, like when I'm stressed, whatever, I just shut down. I don't want to talk.
Yeah. Is there any more questions?
And Lloyd will no.
After that?
No.
Okay, cool.
Lloyd will follow me around the house and be like, Rhea, open up.
Follow you.
You'll follow me. I'll go upstairs, he'll follow me. I'll go to the toilet, he's behind me.
Yeah.
And he'll just... Have you got any questions for me?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Go on.
How do you feel like parenthood's gone? How are you feeling about everything? Yeah.
I feel like when we had our first son, I felt like it was an absolute breeze for me at the beginning because I was just like, even people used to say to me like, is that your first child? Because you're embracing it like he's your fourth. But I think with that being said, I had the pressure of not letting things crack, you know? So yeah, it was a bit of a struggle when it hit like 10 months, but we didn't have our own space and stuff like that. So that did, you know, add to it did add to my journey. I think now that we've got our second son, it is extremely difficult. You know, Lloyd, I said on the last podcast, and thank you so much for the love on that I've been struggling. And it's a thing where I think for a long time I haven't seeked like therapy and talking to someone else and just thinking I can do it all on my own. And like, obviously I've got support. You are an absolutely incredible husband. You know this.
Thank you.
And I think, thank you, babe.
No, husband, wife. Yeah.
Thank you, babe. So even with you being so incredible, I still felt like I was struggling because I said to you, it's not about what you're doing. It's just about how I'm feeling, you know? Yeah. So, and you make it easy for me. You always say like, what can I do to help? We need to go and get that kid.
No. But yeah, it's finished.
Yeah, what can I do to help? And like you always push me to go and take time for myself. And do you know what I mean? So I appreciate that. So having our second son so close together has been difficult to navigate. I think it was easier for me when we had a toddler and a newborn. Now that we've got two toddlers, it's a lot because
and I feel like
I've gone back to work. Yeah. I'm trying to work. I'm trying to do my content. I'm trying to do mum life. I'm trying to be the best wife for you. I'm trying to keep the house clean. I'm trying to just juggle it all. And I feel like sometimes it feels like I'm in a crazy circus act and all the balls are just dropping and I can't find my feet. And I think seeking help and, you know, deciding to actually go back into therapy is really helping me to kind of identify what the issue is. Because the issue isn't juggling the two.
Yeah.
I think the issue is all these expectations I have on myself to be this like super mom, as people say to me, like, oh, you're a super mom. I am far from a super mom. I'm literally just doing the best that I can with what I know and what I have, you know, the tools that I have. And I know that I'll look back and be like, wow, I really did that. Because the kids are small, so it's hard. They're both in different places in their life. So I'm trying to be there for that one, be there for you, and be there for myself. It's a lot. But I feel like it's part of the journey, and I'm just embracing that it's hard, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love you.
Me too.
You can kiss me.
We don't know. Wait, one more question.
You can kiss me on the lips.
Okay, one more question.
And tell me you love me. The kid's crying. This is actually our life. Like,
tried to record an hour podcast, but look what happens. But it's fine.
how long's the podcast?
It's 30 minutes.
Yikes.
So yeah, finish off what you're
Do you have anything else to say?
How do you find balancing being a content creator, podcaster,
Oh my gosh.
with being an amazing mom, as well as being an amazing wife as well? Have you answered that question already? I think you probably did.
You just asked me that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, you've just worded it differently.
Cool. Yeah.
Basically, what's to come? I want to talk about what's to come in the future for me.
Yeah, what's to come in the future then? In terms of your channel or?
In terms of like mum life, my channel. Should I talk about that?
Yeah, really, yeah.
Okay, so quickly, my plan is to have a mum series.
Okay.
I want to have a mum series. I spoke to Lloyd about this. We're planning on location. We want it to be like a good location. I want as many mums to reach out to me as possible because I want to do like every episode have a different mum and just have an honest chat about labor, pregnancy, the difficulties, the things you love, would you have more children, all these things. Because I think it's important to have a space where mums can go to relate to certain people. I don't feel like there's any content out there that you can actually go and watch after a hard day.
Yeah.
And I feel like we need that. And I feel like we need the honesty and the rawness for motherhood.
He's going back to sleep.
I just want to... He's not. Look.
Oh, sorry. You go.
So that's my plan. If you're a mom and you would like to be involved in the series, please send me a DM. Or... Yeah, a DM. Did I say DM? Yeah. A DM. Yeah, send me a DM, man. And... Also, I'm still trying to do all my rant videos. I'm still trying to balance it. I don't want...
How do you find... Be honest with me, yeah. Are you enjoying doing rants still anymore?
That's you answering the question for me because I can tell by your face. You think I don't.
No, I'm just asking you. Are you enjoying doing it?
I am, but I'm not. You know, Lloyd.
Why not?
Because I'm constantly in mum life. I'm constantly...
You're a different person now.
And I'm a completely different person.
You enjoy mamas now. You enjoy work mamas.
Anyways, I see life differently now. So it's just it's really hard sometimes to check in on topics I actually don't care about anymore.
Do you prefer podcasting?
No, because even that comes a struggle. Sometimes I don't want to talk.
So what do you prefer?
I don't know. I want to sit in a dark room sometimes and do nothing. But then I'm like, I need light. I want to go outside. I want to live my life. I'm a very like...
You're a child of God. You should be sitting in the dark.
No, but you know what I mean.
Okay.
I am a child of God. But yeah, sometimes I just want to be left alone. And that's why I love doing my content, because I feel like there's no pressure there per se.
I know you enjoy you enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
I know you enjoy going live and stuff. Let us know also if you want to see Rhea going live on YouTube as well.
Yeah, I need to start doing that.
We've got the capabilities and facilities to do that. So
yeah,
let us know if you want to see Rhea do a live podcast or a live what do you call it? A live rant.
Yeah.
So, with no editing, by the way, it's just straight raw and uncut.
Straight raw, you know, it sounds mad.
And uncut. I'm mature, so.
Okay, now you're mature. Okay. If I tell you what Lloyd was saying before this, we started filming.
What? I was saying on the camera equipment.
What were you saying upstairs?
Nothing. Just play. Let's play.
Nothing.
I'm
not going to say because I'm not bad mind like that. But don't pretend that you're Mr. Innocent and that it's me who's crazy. You're crazier. Because you know why you're crazier? Because you're so quiet and stuff on in person. But when people really know you, they'll be like, Lloyd is a madman. Look how he's acting with his cardigan and stuff. Anyway. So yeah, thank you, Lloyd. He's still crying.
Yeah, stop. Yeah, chilling.
No, he's not. He's not chilling. Your idea of chilling and actually chilling is not. The kid is screaming and Lloyd's like, he's chilling. Thank you so much for coming on my podcast.
I live here.
On my podcast.
Okay, cool. That's fine.
It's been an absolute honour. I wish you had more time to speak.
You do, but obviously...
We don't. The kid needs to wake up and have some lunch. This is what I'm saying. These kids control our lives. They're the ones that are driving the boat. We're just the passengers with no seatbelts, no life jackets. We're just there. We don't even have a bag, but they've got a bag of snacks. We don't even have water, but they've got water. That's how our life's been. Anyway, thank you guys so much for listening. Please send in any questions or any topics that you want me to discuss. And like I said, if you're a mom and want to be part of my mom series, please send me a DM, message, anything. Also follow me on TikTok. I'll put everything down below in the description. And just thank you for all your love and your patience with me. I really appreciate it. Thank you for everyone who reached out on my last video and just said that they can relate and stuff. I really appreciate that too. Yeah. And I just hope that you all have a great week. I hope that you all are okay and well and mentally well, because I also think that's extremely important. Yeah. That we're, checking in with our mental, because without checking in with our mental, we're not going to be able to be anything physically. Yeah? Yeah. Thank you. Love you, Lloyd.
Love you too. Bye.